Hi guys, and welcome back to Dream Queen. Perla here. So I'm going to be doing the elements today. So if you have any questions as to what it is that I do, any questions as to how I get the songs, or anything else basically, down below in the description. So we're starting with air. So this is for the collective air sign and what I am sensing in your energy today. The song that came through is You're Still the One by Shaina, Twain. One of the verse from the lyrics that really spoke out to me was, "You're still the one I run to, the one I belong to." And it just kind of gave me that sense of like, every time that you or your counterpartner, like again, so all my readings, I am, since we're dealing with energy, this can be whether you're a Libra or if your person is a Libra. So it's a sense of, they always run to you when life seems to be falling apart, when they seem to not have the answers or need guidance or whatever it is. It's like you are the person that can make sense of everything that's going on, if that makes any sense. And they really do feel like this strong pull and this strong sense that you are the person that they belong with. Just had to come out, right? I do feel like a lot of the air energies are coming out of the uncertainty, the constant questioning and asking for answers, more of getting clarity, more of an understanding of what it is that has been happening within the past few months. What? My table seems like really low today. Give me a second. I think the boys were the boys were in my room last night and they were using my desk. I'm like, wait, why is my table so low? Okay. Okay. So kind of like all the little pieces of the puzzle are finally even if you don't have all of them, but you're finally able to see the bigger picture and be able to understand it to its fully, to its full like potential of what it is that is what has been happening and why it has been happening. The recent miscommunication, arguments, misunderstanding that have happened between your beloved and yourself, it almost seems like when you're looking back at them, it's like, seriously, like we argued over something so petty and so like unnecessary. Finally, when it comes to the, let's say, to the twin flame journey, understanding that it's not about allowing someone else to step over you or to use you, but it's more of an essence like, yes, me and this person are connected, me and this person are, at our hearts, our souls, we're constantly being like, we're being pulled to each other, but I have to have that love that I want to express to someone else. I have to have that love for myself. I have to nourish that within myself every day. I have to put myself first, because I feel that a lot of you have had kind of like a hard time balancing that out. Letting go of all the negativity when it comes to the connection. So not allowing anymore the like the negative, because this is not something that is going on like between you and your person. This is something that's going on internally. So in my, like the way I'm sensing it is like in your head. So you are finally recognizing those thoughts, those negative thoughts when they're coming in, and kind of putting a whole, like a stop to them, and just like releasing them instead of allowing them to fester inside of you, because for a very long time you were stuck because of the simple fact that you were allowing all the negative thoughts to take a complete hold of your mind. So it's like you're finally, either some of you have come out of it completely, and some of you are coming out of that and realizing that the more you feed those negative thoughts to yourself, the more miserable, sorry, the more, that word wanted to come out, the more the more miserable you are, the more in pain, the more stuck you feel, the, like you just feel yucky, like not yucky like dirty, but you know, like when you're just like below, like ugh, like I don't feel like doing anything, like ugh, like that. So you are finally putting a stop to that energy of yucky. Yeah, that yucky energy. Some are still struggling with the negativity, and you're going to be getting revelations through dreams to help you push through that that little piece that's still holding you back. For those of you that your person is in a relationship with somebody else or something like that, it's like you're kind of looking, and for the first time in, I don't know what that song was coming, like for the first time in forever. There's a song to Frozen, there's a song like that. But it's like for the first time you're realizing that kind of like what that relationship was supposed to teach your loved one, but also what it was supposed to teach you about yourself. So you're no longer looking at that relationship that your person is in with somebody else as that's like detrimental. That, what, how do you say that word? Whatever. It's more like you're looking at it from like a learning experience, from a point of like, oh, okay. So you're finally realizing why he was, why he or she, I should say, I don't know why I just said he, was being pulled to that relationship, because you're making the connection within yourself, whatever that may be. And it's actually quite beautiful, because it's like, yeah, they can be in a relationship with somebody else, but it's like you're constantly on their mind, you're constantly in their heart. So it's like they have been waiting, like their soul has been waiting for you to recognize and to accept the connection between the two of you to its fullest, so that he can, and again I'm saying he can move away from that particular relationship if he hasn't already. And I mean, you know, we always want to say, and you know, I really dislike the word karmic or whatever, but it doesn't have to be just a relationship that he is within like another female. It can also be a relationship within his own family. So that maybe the relationship that he has with his mother, with his father, with his sister, his cousins, whoever it is, somebody that's really close to him, that in essence you have felt has kept you guys apart, has always interfered within the connection between the two of you. Then now, as you recognize and you realize as to why that relationship was put there in the first place, his soul is finally able to start pushing away from that type of relationship. If that makes any sense. For the most part, when it comes to the air energy, and I don't know why I want to keep on saying Libra, maybe this is going to connect with a specific Libra, But when it comes to the to the air signs, there has been a lot in the dark. There has been a lot of confusion. There has been a lot of misunderstanding. And it's like all of that is just kind of staying behind, and we're moving forward. We're moving forward knowing our truth. We're moving forward knowing where it is that we're going, and just kind of blindly going into our path and what should have been from the beginning. You know, and there's going to be, as always, when we are going to face, or when we're going towards a breakthrough, excuse me, in any particular situation, right before things, right before things shift, it gets a little bit more uncomfortable. It gets a little bit harder. But I don't see that being an issue, because you're going to be able to pick up whatever negative is trying to come in. You're going to see it exactly for what it's supposed to be, which is supposed to be a lesson. It's supposed to be teaching you something. So instead of getting frustrated, instead of getting angry, you're just going to receive it. You're going to examine what it is. Okay, what was it that I was supposed to learn? What is it I'm supposed to learn? What is it that's still triggering me? And then, you know, you're going to be able to just make that shift fairly quick. And it's like, the longing for each other, the longing for each other is very strong, and it's almost identical. So meaning part of you or part of them refuses to reach out. And it's like the same thing. It's like you guys are having like very similar thoughts as to why. So like in the past, you guys would have similar thoughts and opinion as to why the connection wouldn't work. And it's like now that everything is shifting around, it's like you guys are going to have similar thoughts as to why the connection is going to work, as to why it is that this is, you know, the person that you're meant to be with. This is the person that you are to move forward with. But I am very, I feel very inclined to stay. And again, all I am, like what I'm sensing is like a scale, a balanced scale. And it's like, just make sure that when the communication picks up again, or if the communication has already picked up and it becomes more stable, that you do not lose yourself in the other person, that you are always able to identify who you are, whether in a relationship or not. Because I feel, hear my doggies? That's one of them crying. Because I feel that that is something that tends to happen. It's like when you get in a relationship, either you or the other person tends to lose themselves in the relationship. Then they're crying. So you tend to, either they do or you do, tend to lose yourself completely. You tend to lose your identity when you're in a relationship, and that is something that it's going to come up again, obviously, but I feel that you're going to be able to identify it in an essence that you're not going to allow it to take the same patterns that it took back in the past. And, you know, that's a beautiful thing. It's, you know, people dislike going through cycles and things like that, but it's like the only reason why you're constantly repeating the same cycles is because you haven't learned the lesson. And if you have learned the lesson, then you choose to ignore it and still choose to make the decisions that you should have stopped making. And basically this entire journey is mainly about self-awareness and self-growth. And when we look at it from that perspective versus looking at it from a perspective of just wanting to be with another person and wanting another person to complete us, the twin flame journey is actually quite a beautiful thing, because it is about helping you find you, if that makes any sense. I am going to use the angels and ancestors. Why is half my deck facing each other? That's weird. Oracle cards. See, like these cards. One of the kids were playing with them yesterday. I don't hide anything. Everything's like up in the open in my room. So maybe they work. Who knows? I'm just gonna pull up a card and see what comes out as far as to what you should be focusing your energy on this the next few days in this upcoming week and stuff like that. I do want to say thank you for all the support, everybody. I am not sick. I am actually okay. I can't get in front of the phone, camera, whatever, to make a video if it's not coming from within. And I just feel like when I post a video in regards to like energy, like people dealing with energy and stuff like that, it's like I feel like we kind of all have to go through that energy in our own phase wherever we're at before the next message, before we're ready to receive the next message. So unfortunately I do not have a schedule as to you know, posting every week or every couple of days or anything like that. Give me a second. Yeah, that I'm gonna keep it because it came out. That sound is my ball. I sit on a ball, stability ball. Oh, it's my phone. All right, it's loud though. All right. See, I love this though, because it's like, this is the one that fell to the floor. It's the seer. See beyond the current situation. And I feel like that is what a lot of you guys are doing. A lot of you guys, when things are coming through in your mind, into your thoughts and things like that, you're going to see right through them. You're going to continue on knowing what is inside of you versus what your eyes, you know, your physical eyes can see. And then when it says, the other one was winter, take care of your needs. And this is exactly like, you know, what I was talking about not losing yourself when you're in a relationship with somebody else, not losing yourself when you're getting to know somebody else, because we always have to. And I know this, you know, sometimes people say, oh my God, it's so selfish of you, you know. No, it's not selfish of you to take care of you, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And that is just the honest truth. If you cannot nourish a relationship within yourself, then how can you nourish a relationship with somebody else? If you cannot provide for yourself, you know, your own happiness, your own whatever, how can you provide that to somebody else? Because the twin flame journey is not about a person completing you and making you happy. It's about two people that are completed within themselves, making each other, you know, like, you know, so you guys are each individually happy, and then when you guys come together, there is no need to, how can I put it this way, to compromise one thing over the other, or one person's feelings or thoughts or creativity or anything like that over the other's person's, because you are sure of who you are and so are they. So there is no having to lower your standard or lower your abilities of, you know, if you're the type of person that when you walk into a room, you catch everyone's eye, you don't have to dim your own light to be in a relationship with somebody else. And that is really, in essence, what, in my opinion, the twin flame journey is. And it's like, the air signs are finally getting to, either you guys or your, you know, like I said, your beloved, are finally getting to that point where it's like you're understanding that no, this journey, yes, there is pain, yes, there is suffering, yes, of course, there is that in any type of relationship, even a soulmates relationship. So it's not, but that is not the goal, that is not the point of the twin flame journey. There's a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of misconception. Excuse me. And I will leave it with that, and I'll see you guys really soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.